In a quiet home, a husband's suspicion grows. Chinedu, blinded by doubt, takes a daring step to uncover the truth about his beloved wife, Amara. Once upon a time in the lively town of Umuahia, there was a man named Chinedu. Chinedu was a kind and hard-working man, well known in the town. He loved his wife, Amara, very much. Amara was beautiful and charming, and everyone thought they were the perfect couple. But Chinedu began to notice that Amara was acting strange. She would come home late and spend hours on her phone, often hiding her messages from him. Chinedu was worried. He wanted to know what was happening but didn't want to upset Amara. He decided to come up with a plan. He would pretend to be blind and see if Amara was hiding something from him. One sunny morning, Chinedu told Amara that he had suddenly lost his sight. He pretended he couldn't see anything. Amara was surprised and seemed very worried. She helped Chinedu around the house and took care of him, but Chinedu noticed that she was still acting strange. A few days later, Amara invited her friend, Emeka, over to the house. Emeka was Chinedu's childhood friend, and he trusted him. But something felt off. Emeka started visiting more often, and Amara seemed happier when he was around. Chinedu pretended not to notice, but he was watching them closely. One evening, Chinedu was sitting in the living room, pretending to read a book in Braille. He heard Amara and Emeka talking in whispers in the kitchen. He quietly moved closer to listen. "Don't worry, Chinedu can't see us," Amara said softly. "We can spend more time together without him knowing." Chinedu's heart sank. He couldn't believe what he was hearing. He felt sad and angry, but he kept pretending. He wanted to catch them red-handed to be sure. The next day, Chinedu told Amara he was going to take a nap. He lay down in the bedroom but kept the door slightly open. After a while, he heard Emeka's voice again. He peeked through the gap and saw Amara and Emeka holding hands and talking closely. Chinedu knew he had to do something. He couldn't let Amara keep lying to him. But he decided to wait for the right moment to reveal the truth. One afternoon, Amara told Chinedu she was going to the market. As soon as she left, Emeka arrived at the house. Chinedu pretended to be asleep on the couch. Emeka and Amara started chatting happily. This was his chance. Chinedu got up quietly and stood in front of them. "Amara, Emeka, I can see everything," he said firmly. Amara and Emeka were shocked. Their faces turned pale. "Chinedu, you can see?" Amara stammered. "Yes, I can see," Chinedu said. "And I know everything." Amara started to cry. She felt guilty and ashamed. Emeka looked down, unable to meet Chinedu's eyes. Chinedu took a deep breath. He was hurt, but he wanted to understand why this happened. "Why, Amara? Why did you do this?" Amara wiped her tears and looked at Chinedu. She didn't know what to say. Emeka tried to speak, but Chinedu raised his hand to stop him. "I want to hear from Amara," he said. Amara took a deep breath. "Chinedu, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. I felt lonely and Emeka was there for me." Chinedu shook his head. "Loneliness is not an excuse to betray someone who loves you." He felt a mixture of anger and sadness but knew he needed time to think. The story doesn't end here. Will Chinedu forgive Amara? Will Amara and Emeka make things right? We'll find out in the next part of the story. Chinedu stood in the middle of the room, feeling the weight of Amara's words. He wanted to shout, to cry, to ask a million questions, but he stayed calm. He needed time to think. "Amara," Chinedu began softly. "I need some space to process this. I'll be staying with my friend, Namdi, for a few days." Amara nodded, tears streaming down her face. She felt terrible for what she had done. Chinedu packed a small bag and walked to Namdi's house. Namdi was his best friend and always gave good advice. When Chinedu arrived, Namdi welcomed him warmly. "Chinedu, what brings you here?" Namdi asked, noticing the troubled look on his friend's face. Chinedu sighed and explained everything that had happened. Namdi listened carefully, his face serious. Chinedu, you've been through a lot. It's important to think about what you want to do next. Do you still love Amara? Chinedu thought for a moment. Yes, I do. But I don't know if I can trust her again. Namdi nodded. Trust is hard to rebuild, but it's not impossible. Maybe you should talk to her and see if she is willing to work on this together. Chinedu agreed. He spent a few days at Namdi's house, thinking about everything. During this time, Amara tried to call and text him, but he needed space to clear his mind. Finally, Chinedu decided it was time to talk to Amara. He returned home and found her waiting for him. She looked nervous, her eyes red from crying. Chinedu, I'm so sorry, Amara said, her voice trembling. I know I hurt you, and I regret it deeply. I want to make things right if you'll let me. Chinedu looked at her, seeing the sincerity in her eyes. Amara, I still love you, but rebuilding trust will take time. We need to be honest with each other from now on. Are you willing to do that? Amara nodded eagerly. Yes, I am. I promise to be honest and to work hard to earn back your trust. Chinedu took a deep breath. Okay. Let's take it one step at a time. We'll start by spending more time together and talking about our feelings. The days turned into weeks as Chinedu and Amara worked on their relationship. They went on walks, cooked together, and talked about their hopes and fears. Slowly, the walls between them began to crumble, and they started to rebuild their trust. One evening, as they sat on the porch, Chinedu said, Amara, I believe we can get through this, but it will take time and effort from both of us. Amara squeezed his hand. I know, and I'm ready to put in the work. I love you, Chinedu. Chinedu smiled. I love you too, Amara. But their journey was far from over. They still had many challenges to face and many questions to answer. How would Emeka fit into their lives now? Would Chinedu ever fully trust Amara again? And could they truly move past this betrayal? The story continues as Chinedu and Amara navigate their new path, filled with hope and determination to make their love stronger than ever. As the days went by, Chinedu and Amara continued working on their relationship. They attended counseling sessions with a wise elder in the village named Mama Nkechi, who was known for her good advice and kind heart. She helped them talk through their feelings and understand each other better. One afternoon, Mama Nkechi asked them to do an exercise. Chinedu, Amara, I want you both to write letters to each other, sharing your deepest thoughts and feelings. This will help you express what's in your hearts. Chinedu and Amara agreed. They went home and spent the evening writing their letters. Chinedu wrote about how much he loved Amara and how hurt he was by her actions. He also shared his hopes for their future together. Amara wrote about her regrets and her commitment to making things right. She also shared how lonely she had felt and how she wanted to rebuild their trust. The next day, they read their letters to each other in Mama Nkechi's presence. It was an emotional moment, with tears and hugs. Mama Nkechi smiled, seeing the progress they were making. You both have taken a big step today. Keep communicating and being honest with each other. As they walked home, Chinedu felt lighter. He could see that Amara was truly sorry and wanted to change. He decided to forgive her, but he knew they still had a long way to go. One evening, Chinedu suggested they visit Emeka. We need to talk to Emeka and make things clear. I want to know if he truly regrets what he did. Amara agreed, and they went to Emeka's house. Emeka opened the door, looking surprised and a little nervous. Chinedu, Amara, please come in. They sat down, and Chinedu spoke first. Emeka, we've come to talk about what happened. I need to understand why you betrayed our friendship. Emeka looked down ashamed. Chinedu, I'm so sorry. I never meant to hurt you. I made a terrible mistake and I regret it deeply. Can you ever forgive me? Chinedu sighed. Emeka, your actions hurt me and my family. It will take time for me to trust you again. But I believe in second chances. Let's work on rebuilding our friendship, just like Amara and I are rebuilding our relationship. Emeka nodded, tears in his eyes. Thank you, Chinedu. I promise to earn back your trust. As they left Emeka's house, Chinedu felt hopeful. He knew it wouldn't be easy, but he was willing to give it a try. They had taken the first steps towards healing and forgiveness. Back at home, Chinedu and Amara decided to start a new tradition. Every Sunday, they would go on a date, just the two of them, to keep their connection strong. They visited their favorite spots in Umuahia, enjoying each other's company and creating new memories. One Sunday they visited a nearby lake. They sat by the water, watching the sunset. Amara leaned on Chinedu's shoulder, feeling grateful for his love and patience. Chinedu, I promise to never take our love for granted again. Chinedu kissed her forehead. I believe you, Amara. We'll get through this together. Their journey continued with ups and downs, but their love grew stronger every day. They still had many challenges to face and questions to answer. How would their families react when they learned the truth? Would they find peace and happiness in their relationship? The story continues as Chinedu and Amara navigate their path, filled with hope and determination to make their love stronger than ever. Chinedu and Amara continued their journey of healing and rebuilding trust. One day, they decided to visit Chinedu's parents to share what had happened and seek their advice. They were nervous, unsure of how Chinedu's parents would react. When they arrived at Chinedu's parents' home, his mother, Mama Chinyere, welcomed them with open arms. She could sense that something was troubling them. Chinedu, Amara, come in and sit down. What's on your minds? Chinedu took a deep breath and explained everything that had happened. Mama Chinyere listened quietly, her face serious. When Chinedu finished, there was a moment of silence. Finally, Mama Chinyere spoke. Chinedu, Amara. Marriage is not always easy. It is filled with challenges and tests. What matters is how you face them together. I am proud of you both for working through this. Chinedu's father, Papa Eze, nodded in agreement. Trust is the foundation of any relationship. It will take time to rebuild, but with love and patience, you can do it. Remember to always communicate and be honest with each other. Their parents' words gave Chinedu and Amara hope. They felt supported and ready to continue working on their relationship. As they left, Mama Chinyere hugged them tightly. We are always here for you, she said. Back in Umuahia, Chinedu and Amara's Sunday dates became a cherished tradition. They explored new places, tried new foods, and enjoyed each other's company. They also continued their counseling sessions with Mama Nkechi, which helped them grow closer. One day, Chinedu suggested they take a short trip to visit Amara's family in a neighboring village. It's important to involve your family too, he said. Amara agreed, and they planned a weekend visit. When they arrived at Amara's family home, her parents were surprised but happy to see them. Amara's mother, Mama Ifeoma, noticed the changes in her daughter and son-in-law. You both look different, more connected, she observed. Amara smiled. We've been working on our relationship, Mama. There were some challenges, but we are overcoming them together. Mama Ifeoma hugged her daughter. I'm glad to hear that, my dear. Marriage is a journey. And it's good to see you both walking it together. During their visit, Amara's younger brother, Chijioke, pulled Chinedu aside. Brother Chinedu, I heard what happened. I'm sorry you went through that. If you need anything, I'm here for you. Chinedu appreciated Chijioke's support. Thank you, Chijioke. It means a lot to me. As they left Amara's family home, Chinedu felt grateful for the support from both their families. It strengthened his resolve to continue working on his marriage. However, the real test came when Amara's old friend, Nkechi, visited Umuahia. Nkechi had heard rumors about what had happened and wanted to find out the truth. She met Amara at a local cafe, and after some small talk, Nkechi asked, "Amara, is it true that Chinedu pretended to be blind to catch you cheating?" Amara felt a pang of guilt but nodded. "Yes, it's true, I made a mistake, and Chinedu found out. But we are working on our relationship and rebuilding our trust." Nkechi looked surprised but impressed. "That takes a lot of courage, Amara. I hope things work out for you both." Amara felt relieved to have Nkechi's support. She shared the conversation with Chinedu that evening, and they both felt more confident in their journey. Their relationship continued to improve, but they knew it wouldn't be easy. They still had many challenges to face and lessons to learn. How would they handle future temptations and tests? Would they find lasting happiness together? The story continues as Chinedu and Amara navigate their path, filled with hope and determination to make their love stronger than ever. As Chinedu and Amara continued to rebuild their relationship, they became more involved in their community. They joined a local group that organized events and activities for couples. The group met every other week, and it was a great way for them to strengthen their bond and make new friends. One evening, the group organized a potluck dinner. Chinedu and Amara prepared their favorite dish, jollof rice, and went to the event with excitement. They were greeted warmly by the other couples, who were happy to see them participating. During the dinner, a couple named Ifani and Chika shared their own story of overcoming challenges in their marriage. Ifani had lost his job, and the financial strain had caused tension between them. However, they worked together to support each other and eventually found a way to get through it. Listening to Ifeanyi and Chika's story, Chinedu and Amara felt inspired. They realized that every couple faced challenges, but it was how they handled them that mattered. After the dinner, they approached Ifeanyi and Chika to thank them for sharing their story. "Your story gave us hope," Chinedu said. "We've had our own struggles, but it's comforting to know we're not alone." Chika smiled. "Thank you. It's important to support each other and keep communication open. If you ever need to talk, we're here for you." As the weeks went by, Chinedu and Amara continued to grow closer. They spent more time together, shared their thoughts and feelings, and supported each other's dreams. Chinedu started a small business selling handmade crafts, and Amara pursued her passion for cooking by offering catering services. One day, Chinedu received a letter from an old friend, Obi, who had moved to Lagos a few years ago. Obi was coming to visit Umuahia and wanted to catch up. Chinedu was excited to see his friend and invited him over for dinner. When Obi arrived, he was happy to see Chinedu and Amara doing well. They talked about old times and shared stories about their lives. During the conversation, Obi mentioned that he had recently gone through a tough breakup and was struggling to move on. Chinedu and Amara listened and offered their support. "It's never easy to go through a breakup," Amara said. "But remember, you're not alone. You have friends who care about you." Obi appreciated their kindness. "Thank you both. It means a lot to me." After Obi left, Chinedu and Amara talked about how important it was to be there for their friends and family. They decided to organize a small gathering at their home to bring everyone together and offer support. The gathering was a success. Friends and family came, and they shared stories, laughed, and enjoyed each other's company. Chinedu and Amara felt a sense of fulfillment, knowing they were making a positive impact on their community. However, as their lives became busier, they faced new challenges. Balancing work, community involvement, and their relationship was not always easy. There were times when they felt overwhelmed and stressed. One evening, Amara sat down with Chinedu. "I think we need to find a better balance," she said. "We've been so busy that we haven't had much time for ourselves." Chinedu nodded. "You're right. We need to make sure we're taking care of our relationship too." They decided to set aside one evening each week just for themselves, a date night where they could relax and enjoy each other's company. This simple change made a big difference, helping them reconnect and recharge. Their journey continued, filled with ups and downs, but their love grew stronger with each passing day. They still had many challenges to face and lessons to learn. How would they handle the pressures of work and community involvement? Would they find lasting happiness together? The story continues as Chinedu and Amara navigate their path, filled with hope and determination to make their love stronger than ever. Chinedu and Amara's weekly date nights became a cherished tradition. They looked forward to these evenings, using them as a way to unwind and reconnect. Whether it was a simple dinner at home, a walk in the park, or a movie night, these moments strengthened their bond. One Friday evening, Chinedu had a surprise for Amara. He had planned a special date night at a new restaurant that had just opened in Umuahia. Amara was thrilled. She dressed up, and they set off for a night out. The restaurant was beautiful, with twinkling lights and a warm, cozy atmosphere. They enjoyed a delicious meal and talked about their dreams and plans for the future. As they were finishing their dessert, Chinedu took Amara's hand. "Amara, I've been thinking," he began. "We've come a long way since everything happened. I want to take the next step in rebuilding our lives together. What do you think about renewing our vows?" Amara's eyes filled with tears of joy. "Chinedu, I would love that. It would mean so much to me to renew our commitment to each other." They decided to plan a small vow renewal ceremony, inviting their close friends and family. It would be a celebration of their love and the journey they had been on together. In the weeks that followed, they busied themselves with preparations. Amara's family was excited and offered to help with the arrangements. Chinedu's parents were overjoyed and proud of how far their son and daughter-in-law had come. On the day of the ceremony, the weather was perfect. The venue, a lovely garden in the heart of Umuahia, was decorated with flowers and lights. Friends and family gathered, all smiling and happy for Chinedu and Amara. As they stood before their loved ones, Chinedu and Amara held hands and looked into each other's eyes. The pastor, a kind man who had known them for years, spoke about the strength of their love and the importance of forgiveness and trust. "Chinedu and Amara," he said, "you have shown us all what it means to truly love and forgive. Today, you renew your vows to each other, and we celebrate the strength of your bond." Chinedu took a deep breath and began his vows. "Amara, I promise to love you, to trust you, and to support you through all the challenges life may bring. Together we are stronger, and I am grateful for every moment we share." Amara's eyes glistened with tears as she spoke her vows. "Chinedu, I promise to be honest, to cherish you, and to stand by your side through thick and thin. Our love has been tested, but it has only grown stronger. I am thankful for you every day." After the ceremony, they celebrated with their friends and family, dancing and laughing into the night. It was a day filled with love and joy, a new beginning for Chinedu and Amara. However, life continued to present its challenges. Amara's catering business began to grow rapidly, and with it came new pressures and demands. Chinedu's craft business also flourished, requiring more of his time and energy. Balancing their professional lives with their personal time became increasingly difficult. One evening, after a particularly busy week, Chinedu and Amara sat down to talk. "We're both so busy," Amara said. "I don't want our relationship to suffer because of our work." Chinedu nodded. "I agree. We need to find a way to balance everything better. Maybe we can hire some help for our businesses." Amara thought for a moment. "That's a good idea. It would give us more time to focus on each other and our relationship." They decided to hire assistants for their businesses, which made a significant difference. With more help, they had more time to spend together, strengthening their bond and enjoying their lives. Despite the improvements, they knew they had to remain vigilant. They continued to attend counseling sessions with Mama Nkechi and stayed active in their community group, finding support and encouragement in their journey. Their story continued, with new adventures and challenges on the horizon. How would they navigate the growing demands of their businesses while keeping their relationship strong? Would they find lasting happiness together? The story continues as Chinedu and Amara navigate their path, filled with hope and determination to make their love stronger than ever. With the help they hired for their businesses, Chinedu and Amara found more balance in their lives. They were able to spend more quality time together and focus on what mattered most, their love and family. The vow renewal ceremony had rekindled their commitment to each other, and they were determined to keep their relationship strong. One weekend, they decided to take a short trip to a nearby village for a change of scenery. They visited Arochukwu, a village known for its rich history and beautiful landscapes. It was a peaceful retreat, away from the hustle and bustle of their daily lives. While exploring the village, they met an elderly couple, Papa Obi and Mama Ngozi, who had been married for over 50 years. The pain was due to the baby moving and growing, but both mother and child were healthy. Relieved, they went home, grateful for each other's support. The couple invited them to their home and shared stories of their long and happy marriage. "Marriage is like a garden," Mama Ngozi said. "It requires care, patience, and love. There will be weeds and storms, but with effort, it will bloom beautifully." Chinedu and Amara were inspired by their wisdom. They spent the rest of the trip reflecting on the advice and enjoying each other's company. Back in Umuahia, they continued to grow closer. However, life had more surprises in store for them. One day, Amara discovered she was pregnant. She was overjoyed and nervous at the same time. "Chinedu, I have some news," she said, her eyes sparkling. "We're going to have a baby." Chinedu's face lit up with happiness. "Amara, that's wonderful, I'm so happy." They embraced, feeling a new sense of excitement and responsibility. The news of the baby brought them even closer, and they started preparing for the new addition to their family. As Amara's pregnancy progressed, they faced new challenges. Amara experienced morning sickness and fatigue, and Chinedu had to take on more responsibilities around the house and in their businesses. They supported each other through it all, growing stronger together. One evening, as they were getting ready for bed, Amara felt a sharp pain in her stomach. She winced and held on to Chinedu's arm. "Chinedu, something's wrong." Chinedu's heart raced with worry. "We need to get you to the hospital, Amara." They rushed to the hospital, where the doctor examined Amara and assured them that everything was fine. The pain was due to the baby moving and growing, but both mother and child were healthy. Relieved, they went home, grateful for each other's support. As the months passed, their anticipation grew. They attended prenatal classes together, learned about childbirth, and prepared their home for the baby. They chose a name for their child, Ifunanya, which means love, in Igbo. It was a perfect name for the baby who symbolized their renewed love and commitment. The day finally arrived when Amara went into labor. Chinedu stayed by her side, holding her hand and encouraging her. After hours of labor, their baby girl, Ifunanya, was born. They were overwhelmed with joy and gratitude as they held their newborn daughter. Their lives changed dramatically with the arrival of Ifunanya. Sleepless nights, diaper changes, and constant feedings became their new routine. Despite the challenges, they cherished every moment with their daughter. Ifunanya brought a new kind of happiness into their lives, making their bond even stronger. One afternoon, as Chinedu was playing with Ifunanya, Amara watched them with a smile. "Chinedu, we've been through so much, but we've come out stronger. I'm so grateful for our love and our family." Chinedu looked up and smiled. "Amara, our journey hasn't been easy, but it's been worth it. We have each other and our beautiful daughter. I couldn't ask for more." Their journey continued, filled with love, challenges, and new adventures. How would they navigate the joys and trials of parenthood? Would their love continue to grow and thrive? The story continues as Chinedu and Amara navigate their path, filled with hope and determination to make their love stronger than ever. Chinedu and Amara embrace the joys and challenges of parenthood. As Ifunanya grew, so did their love and commitment to each other. They navigated sleepless nights and the chaos of early parenthood with laughter and patience. One morning, as Ifunanya was crawling around the living room, Chinedu turned to Amara. "We've been so focused on the baby and our businesses. How about we plan a small getaway, just the two of us? It would be good to have some time alone together." Amara smiled, appreciating Chinedu's thoughtfulness. "That sounds wonderful. Let's ask my mother to watch Ifunanya for a weekend." Mama Ifeoma was more than happy to spend time with her granddaughter. With her reassurances, Chinedu and Amara planned a weekend trip to Obudu Mountain Resort, a beautiful and serene place where they could relax and reconnect. The trip was exactly what they needed. They enjoyed the stunning views, took long walks, and had heartfelt conversations. It reminded them of the importance of nurturing their relationship, even amid the busyness of life. Back home, they found new energy and enthusiasm for their daily routines. Chinedu's craft business was flourishing, and Amara's catering service was gaining popularity. They managed to find a balance between work, family, and personal time, making their lives more harmonious. One evening, Chinedu received a call from his childhood friend, Tunde, who was organizing a community event to support local businesses. Tunde invited Chinedu and Amara to showcase their crafts and catering services at the event. They were excited about the opportunity to connect with more people and share their talents. The event was a huge success. Chinedu's handcrafted items sold out quickly, and Amara's delicious dishes were a hit. They made new friends and gained loyal customers, further boosting their confidence and business. After the event, Tunde approached them with a proposal. "Chinedu, Amara, your businesses are amazing. How about we collaborate on a project to help other small businesses in our community?" Chinedu and Amara loved the idea. They saw it as a chance to give back and support others, just as they had been supported. They agreed to work with Tunde and started planning workshops and networking events for local entrepreneurs. As they became more involved in the community, they found themselves busier than ever. They juggled their growing businesses, community projects, and parenting. Despite the hectic schedule, they made sure to keep their weekly date nights and family time sacred. One evening, while they were enjoying a quiet moment together, Amara turned to Chinedu. "Do you ever think about how far we've come? We've faced so many challenges, but we've grown so much together." Chinedu nodded. "I think about it often. We've learned to trust, forgive, and love each other deeply. Our journey has made us stronger." Their reflections were interrupted by Ifunanya's laughter from the next room. They smiled, knowing that their daughter was a testament to their love and resilience. However, life had more tests in store for them. One day, Chinedu's business faced a setback when a shipment of materials was delayed, affecting his production schedule. At the same time, Amara received news that her main supplier was closing down, putting her catering business at risk. Feeling overwhelmed, they turned to each other for support. "We'll get through this, just like we've gotten through everything else," Chinedu reassured Amara. Amara nodded. "We need to stay positive and find solutions. Let's brainstorm and see how we can overcome these challenges." They spent the evening discussing ideas and exploring new suppliers and resources. With determination and teamwork, they managed to find solutions that kept their businesses running smoothly. Their resilience paid off. Chinedu found a new, reliable supplier, and Amara partnered with local farmers to source fresh ingredients. These changes not only solved their immediate problems, but also strengthened their businesses in the long run. Their journey continued, with new challenges and opportunities. How would they handle the pressures of their growing businesses and community involvement? Would they continue to find joy and strength in their relationship and family? The story continues as Chinedu and Amara navigate their path, filled with hope and determination to make their love stronger than ever. Chinedu and Amara's journey was marked by continuous growth, resilience, and unwavering support for each other. They faced their challenges head-on and always found ways to adapt and thrive. Their efforts in supporting the community also began to pay off. The workshops and networking events they organized with Tunde helped many small businesses flourish. They became respected figures in their community, known for their generosity and willingness to help others. One day, they received an invitation to speak at a regional business conference. They were thrilled to have the opportunity to share their experiences and insights with a larger audience. The conference was a success, and their story inspired many others to pursue their dreams and overcome obstacles. As Ifunanya grew older, she became more curious and energetic. Chinedu and Amara cherished every moment with her, watching her develop her own personality and interests. They made sure to teach her the values that had guided them through their own lives: love, trust, hard work, and resilience. One evening, after a long day, they sat together in their living room. Ifunanya was playing nearby, her laughter filling the room. Chinedu turned to Amara, with a thoughtful expression. "Amara, do you remember when we were going through the toughest times? Pretending to be blind to catch you cheating seems like a lifetime ago. We've come so far since then." Amara nodded, her eyes reflecting the journey they had shared. "Yes, Chinedu. We've faced so much together, and we've learned and grown from every experience. Our love and trust have only become stronger." Chinedu smiled. "I'm grateful for every moment, every challenge, and every joy. We've built a beautiful life together." Amara took his hand. "And we've done it together. We've shown that with love, trust, and determination, we can overcome anything." Their conversation was a reminder of the moral lessons their journey had taught them. They had learned that true love involves forgiveness, patience, and unwavering support. Trust is not given lightly but earned through actions and commitment. Challenges are inevitable, but they are also opportunities for growth and strengthening bonds. As they watched Ifunanya play, they felt a deep sense of fulfillment and peace. Their journey had been filled with ups and downs, but it had shaped them into the strong, loving family they were today. With a heart full of gratitude, Chinedu turned to Amara. "Our story isn't just about us, Amara. It's about what we've learned and how we've grown. It's about showing Ifunanya that love and resilience can overcome any obstacle." Amara smiled, her eyes shining with love. "Yes, Chinedu, and that's the greatest lesson we can pass on to her." Their journey was a testament to the power of love, trust, and perseverance. They had faced their darkest moments and emerged stronger, more united and filled with hope for the future. And so, their story continued, with new adventures and challenges, always grounded in the lessons they had learned and the love they shared. True love is built on a foundation of trust, forgiveness, and unwavering support. Challenges and obstacles are inevitable in any relationship, but they are opportunities for growth and deeper connection. By facing difficulties together with patience, resilience, and commitment, a couple can strengthen their bond and create a life filled with joy and fulfillment.